Well, I'm getting ready to get into bed with Joan Rivers. Again. Well, we actually have been in bed together before. We were on an airplane, and we were both in first class traveling to the south of France, and you were asleep pretty much the whole time, but I wasn't. Boy, I had a really good talk.
Hi, it's time for In Bed with Joan, and let's see who's coming out of the closet today. Hello?
I'm gay.
Come on out anyhow, Dan.
All right.
Bucatinsky, how nice to see you. All right. Oh,
Pleasure.
that's great.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, thrilled. First of all, I'm going to say your name correctly.
Okay.
Bucatinsky.
Beautiful.
Now, how come I could say that and I can't say things like Melissa McCarthy? Yeah.
I know.
Bucatinsky, it rolls out.
You see that? I know. I try to tell my daughter that, who's 8. And
She must be thrilled.
she's thrilled that she's the Bucatinsky, and my
Yeah.
husband, who's the easy last name, Roos, we didn't go
Why
with.
did you go with Bucatinsky instead of Roos?
There are so many of them, and
Rooses?
Roos, there's a
I
lot.
don't know any Rooses.
But his family is big, and there's a lot of them and a lot of grandkids, and there are few Bucatinskys.
You're sitting here, you're being very kind,
Okay.
but we didn't think you were going to show because you have an Emmy now.
I almost didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
People are very, the minute they get somewhere, they dump me.
I gotta tell you, I understand why. I understand why. It's there's a glint off of it that is very appealing.
Were you excited?
Oh my God, you have no. I had no clue. I honestly was. This is such a cliche. It sounds like bullshit, but I was not expecting a nomination. I was blown away that I was nominated. And I was done. I was fine with that. It was like the scratcher card and all the numbers matched, and there was one little Powerball at the end. And when they called my name and I won, that was like that. I still can't believe it.
Did Michael J. Fox, you thought he was waving, but he was going like that. Didn't you think, seriously? And don't take this wrong because you don't know each other, but we're all going to vote for Michael J. Fox.
Yeah,
just
including me.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Parkinson's beats gay.
Yes.
I was honored to win, and I couldn't believe the category I was in, and they were all really good actors.
Outstanding guest.
Guest actor and
For Scandal.
correct. A role that I did 16 episodes. I think things have changed a little bit. Where back in the day, a guest actor would do one episode, usually a movie star, get the Emmy, done.
Right.
But now a lot of recurring characters
Become guest
actors in that category, and it's a good thing.
But see, I always love when you do one, you always either play a homeless. Mm-hmm. Right, homeless is always good.
You hope, yeah, homeless.
Homeless, you know.
With a heart of gold.
Heart of gold.
Yeah.
No, that's the hooker.
Oh, a hooker with a heart of gold.
Hooker. And also now on Broadway, every goddamn transsexual, every tranny, if you scratch the surface, we can learn from him, even though he's in heels.
And if you're a tranny hooker homeless person, Emmy, Grammy, Tony, Oscar.
You're openly gay.
Gay for pay, yes.
Gay
My husband
for
and
pay.
I together 21 years.
21 years.
Yeah.
How hard is it to play gay? I mean, do they say to you, wait, too much gay? Too much gay.
No.
Oh, come on, Dan. No gay guy would act like this.
I wish. It's so. Listen, here's the good and the bad of the show. It's in 2013. Shonda Rhimes is an amazing writer, creator of television and characters that are all grounded and real. And we just happen to be gay. And she puts us in really sexual situations. And we were naked in one fighting, screaming scene. And I had to blow him last season. I mean, it is absolutely.
Now, what does your husband think of that?
He's like, just bring home the check and the Emmy and you're good to go. It's hideous. I'm in a horrible relationship. The truth is, it's great. It's great to be able to, in a million years, I don't mean to get serious, but when I was a kid and I didn't think I could ever be out, I didn't think I'd ever be married, I didn't think I'd ever be able to have kids, or ever, and dreamed of it being an actor and wanting to make it. I don't think in a million years I imagined one day I would not only be married with 2 children, but playing an openly gay journalist with a husband and an adopted baby on a hit television show.
And getting an Emmy for it.
All of that seems to me so
Yeah.
unbelievably beyond what I could have imagined.
What about the book? You wrote the book, Do These Babies Make Me Look Gay, which is such
Straight.
a...
Does this baby make me look straight? Which it does not, clearly.
Is that what it's...
It's called Does This Baby Make Me Look Straight?
Oh, it would have been a title, These Babies Make Me Look Gay.
I know. You're
But-
right.
But anyhow, but don't feel...
When we do the next printing, I'll put an X through straight and I'll put gay on it. Yeah, no, Does This Baby Make Me Look Straight? I wrote, it's about sort of about how I met Don and how we became dads and the adoption process and the birth mom and all my crazy.
And did it do well?
Where it really did well was with other moms. I realized that I connected a lot with the moms more than even the dads.
What are you working on now?
I'm doing Scandal. I'm writing on Grey's Anatomy, and I'm
Still? What's your next show? What's your next big project?
I'm writing a pilot, loosely based on my book. That's sort of Scandal meets Parenthood. It's about a bunch of parents in a small school with kids in first grade, and all the shit that happens between them, amongst them, with each other, trying to raise first graders while also trying to keep your sex life spicy and all that.
You're on Grey's Anatomy as a consulting producer. What does that mean?
It means I show up a couple of times a week.
And say to them, she doesn't look sick enough? Like,
I wish I did that much.
Yeah,
No, I sit in the writer's room. We talk story. We beat out story.
story's so
and
hard.
It's hard. And there's a lot of us in that room. And I just sort of come in a few days a week. I write an episode every season or two. Right now I'm writing my pilot, so I'm there less. But it's all for, I work for Shonda Rhimes on Grey's Anatomy. I work as an actor on Scandal, and I'm writing my pilot for her company as well. I'm like, it's like the old studio system.
Isn't that great?
I feel very lucky, because she's so talented, and I feel.
And so are you. I mean,
Well, I
you
hope
wouldn't
so.
be around if you weren't talented.
Well,
nobody's
thank you.
nobody's in it because they're their friend. If you know.
No, I know, and I've been kicking around a long time, and I felt like when I found her and I met her, and she embraced me and allowed me to find a place to act and to write, I felt like I'd found home.
What was your first big break? Was it NYPD Blue?
NYPD Blue was a great recurring role that I wished had gone further. It was such a fun role to play. But I had done, right before that, I had written a movie called All Over the Guy that was based on a play that I did out here in LA with a guy and a girl. And I took the girl part and I made it into a guy part. And I made the small romantic comedy gay. And we shot it for like $2. And Richard Rucola was in it, and Sasha Alexander, and Christina Ricci, and Lisa did a cameo in it. And we made the movie very cheap. We sold it to Lionsgate. It aired in 2001. It was released in 2001. That changed things for me, certainly as a writer. And that sort of started my path, at least being able to write for television.
When you have to write a story, I mean, it's all years and years and years. Every time you pick up the New York Times, there's a new disease. Do you go, thank you, God? Oh, look,
Can I tell you something?
epidemic, yay!
This show is a Jew's nightmare. I'm just telling you right now, as a dad and a Jew and a hypochondriac, who literally, the minute I won the Emmy, I was like, all right, I know exactly what's happening now. I feel a lump. This is how it works. I get this and I get this now. I mean, literally, I've never done more testicular self-exams in my entire life since I've won. But that said, when you work on Grey's Anatomy, every single morning at 9 a.m., you get the morning medical. And the morning medical is an article that has come from any one of us that have been combing the world's news for crazy shit that happens. I mean, literally, we just heard a story of a kid who was born and like his twin was in his neck. You know, great stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or things that like, oh, an 8-year-old little girl, just like my daughter, who wakes up and says, "Good morning, Daddy," and then drops dead. I'm thinking, oh, that's what's going to happen this morning. Everything that I read, I think is going to happen.
Of course, yes.
But we get a lot of stories, and it's really scary.
When you came out, was it early or late for you?
I was 25. I think it was late. I came out to myself earlier, but it took a long time for me to come out to my parents, even though my mom's a shrink from the Upper West Side of Manhattan, and she couldn't have been less phased. But I think internally, I had a lot of trouble coming out.
Did she say, when you said, "Mom, I have something to tell you, I'm gay," did she say it's about time?
Kind of. Although I was such a chicken shit, I said I was bi, which is the worst thing you can do. It's like a maybe, and then allows them to continue to ask, like a year later, all right, we've seen the boys, where are the girls?
Right.
And I was like, oh, don't you, it was code. Don't
Yeah.
ask me about it.
Yeah.
But I've had to come out about 3,000 times. And I think the process of coming out is every time you walk into a store and someone says, oh, do you want to get something for your wife? You can either, in that moment, out yourself again, or you walk out and you're like, let them think I'm straight. And then you feel bad about it in the car. You're like, why did I do that?
Why did I do that?
I could tell them the truth.
Yeah.
So I was a little chicken shit about the way I did it.
Yeah, but now
But now, listen, I wrote a book, and I couldn't be gayer. I'm blowing people on TV.
Oh,
you can't. You literally, I can't get gayer than I am.
Did you have a wedding, a big wedding?
We didn't have a big wedding. Don wasn't that into weddings, but when we had kids, and we realized that we could get married, I said to Donnie, we're going to grow up and be able to tell that in the history books, we could have gotten married and we didn't, and we're going to tell our kids that. So we did get married. Don had directed Tom Arnold in a movie, and he insisted on marrying us. You have not been married until you've been married by Tom Arnold.
That leads us right smack into our next section. We have 2 parts to this. Is there someone that you hurt very much when you were first, maybe in grade school, in high school, maybe yesterday, that you'd like to apologize to?
When we were in 7th grade, Carissa Nettleton, if you're out there, I don't know where you are, haven't seen you since 7th grade, but the whole class, in art class, got involved in this clay throwing thing, and we all threw clay at you. I can't believe I took part. But it was so embarrassing, thinking back on it now. We were humiliating to you. I'm mortified that I was involved in that, and I want to apologize, because that kind of thing can affect you for the rest of your life, and I apologize. I got swept up.
Maybe she died with clay in her mouth.
She suffocated on the clay.
Yeah. Over.
Oh my God. So if I killed you, if I was involved in the mass murder of you, I want to apologize to whoever is in fact hearing this on behalf of her estate.
Very nice. Now, conversely, we have another section that you can tell somebody off. Again, like the bully, which is so
Oh my
good.
God.
And we call this sit on it and rotate.
I think that there were a lot of kids in high school who knew I was gay before I even did, and made my life miserable because of it. Chuck Samkoff. I will not name names. Won't do it, John Doran. But I will, John Bonanni, I won't say, I'm going to try to maintain your anonymity, Eddie Wade, but I will say that, you know what goes around comes around. And hopefully you are enjoying your lives, whatever you're doing.
And you're sitting here in Beverly Hills with an
Bed with
Emmy,
Joan
with
Rivers.
with an Emmy, a husband, 2 children, and so much work he doesn't fucking know what to do. He'll think about it on his yacht.
I wish. Yeah. I wish. But yeah.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
great.
Thank you.
Now, second part is, if I could give this to somebody, Melissa will come on and we play one more game, and it's called Dead or Alive.
Oh God, I pick alive.
Justin Bieber
Yes.
or Rachel Maddow?
Oh, Justin Bieber dead. Should I act like I want to think about it longer?
No, I like the fact that you knew immediately. Why?
Poor guy. I mean, now I'm feeling guilty. But I love Rachel Maddow. We need Rachel Maddow. We need our Rachel Maddow.
Yeah.
And we don't need our Justin Bieber.
No.
I mean, if we had a nickel for every teeny bopper, I wish him luck, but I think if I had to pick one.
Okay. Peter Dinklage or Shaquille O'Neal?
Really?
Yeah.
Those are the two?
Yeah.
Shaquille.
Dead or alive?
Shaquille. Shaquille.
Why?
Because he's so tall, and because I have no.
Because he's very tall?
Because he's tall.
Okay. You know what?
I'm a short guy, and I really relate. I used to be called Squirt as a kid, and I can relate to my fellow short brothers and sisters. And I think Shaquille has gotten to see a lot from his vantage point for a long period of time. And it's Peter's turn.
Okay. Karen Carpenter or Jeffrey Dahmer?
Oh my God! Which one should live and which one should die?
If they were both still alive.
If they're both still alive. Karen Carpenter the most beautiful voice that has ever alive, of course, hopefully forever. And Jeffrey Dahmer, please chop him up into a million pieces and turn him into sushi.
Barbara Streisand
Barbara Streisand.
or Adolf Hitler?
Oh.
You have to think about it.
It's a tough choice.
Well, I
him
won't
again.
respond. There's no comparison.
You, Mom?
You know, you only knew one side of him.
Judge Judy or Gloria Allred?
Gloria Allred has to go. I mean, the fashion choices alone. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I can't get on board with a all red. Wear a little blue or a little lavender or some aubergine or something, right? I've never sounded gayer. Can I be one of the ones to go?
No. I hope you stay and I hope
Thank
you
you.
come back.
Thank
What
you.
a pleasure. Everybody, please thank, if you would, Dan Bucatinsky.
Yes, beautiful.
Dan Bucatinsky.
Thank you.
And would you, I beg you, do the
Oh,
honors?
okay. Well, I've just had a really nice session with Joan in bed again. I had a really, really good time. I laughed harder than I've ever laughed in my life. I talked about a lot of stuff that I haven't talked about. And I don't think she was awake. Again. Thanks, Joan.
Dan Bucatinsky must really like me because I got to say his name correctly 3 times. Bucatinsky, 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 Bucatinsky. Let me know who you'd like to see in bed with me. You can do it by sending me a message on Facebook or Twitter.